Okay. Select map.
Distance between Canada and Austria, but we will make the most of it, and we will definitely report and keep track of the score for these guys. Um, so Simon has been riding a pretty good streak here after a early loss in the winners bracket. He has won every single round, and we have no reason to believe that he can't do the same thing here. Tom rode the winners bracket quite a ways until he ran into Gumby, and just like everybody else, you can't fault him. He lost to Gumby just like everybody else that faced him. So, not much else to be said there. I mean, when you face somebody, that gives you a good game, anything can really happen, and it's really just about who makes the last mistake. But either way, it should be a good round, and whoever wins here, it would be kind of, Tom can either get a revenge match versus a Gumby, or Simon could go up there and see what he can do. We'll just have to see how it goes. Okay, so let's open our sheets here and get things ready. No,
The channel, I think, having some issues.
Alright, so we were just waiting for Simon to get back and to start this up. Tom is ready to go. Alright, and Simon's ready too, so they are going to get going. Why is it not working? Testing. What in the world? That's not. What in the world is going on here? Testing. 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 All right, should be working. Because I thought I had it on here. Okay, Discord chat. I mean, it should be working. Okay. Continue. That's the sucky part of this, and I have no way to know. Like, I can hear it on my own computer, and maybe not even on the stream. So that sucks that doesn't have the commentary there, but that's okay. Alright. So, we're off to Moo Farm here. Simon dropped out for better items. Looks like he is going to attempt to front run again. Only one of those red shells do count. They were too close together. Simon has the early lead, and now will Tom once again get a power item? Nope, he does have a red, and with a circulating red. Yep, it looks like the block happens. That's not always a guarantee. So we got Tom now as a star in 4th place. So he will look to double up. And will he double up? He got a gold shrimp. So gold shrimp should be enough to overtake first when he wants to do it, but will he slip up and hit a backwards green, or nope, looks like he's going for it now. Having to be a little bit safer out. Oh, looks like, oh! Simon messed up, but he had a fake there, which was key to defending off Tom. Alright, so there's another gold shrimp here. The back green failed. And looks like Simon was able to cancel there. Whoa, triple reds. And triple greens. This is going to be close. Can Simon get a shot off here? I think he got him lined up. And it's too late. And they miss. Alright. Tom now leads this competition by 6. And with the Dean 2 bars, lag can be a factor, especially here on Koopa Beach when you're trying to line up the ramp. But this will be a good opportunity for Simon to try to equalize the Mushroom Cup. Looks like Tom's got some reds, and I think they will end up reaching. Yep. And there's some follow-up reds. Alright, so Tom opted not to go that direction, so that's good. At least Simon's not being disadvantaged by the ramp this lap. Simon will attempt to take out the block as Tom attempted to get a blue shell. Simon misses the items on the ramp. Tom takes it wide, so now it's a close race again. And Simon gets a go. Ooh. So this is interesting because yeah, they could end up stealing anything at this point. It's like basically like an item box with invincibility. Uh-oh. And Simon does mess up, and so does Tom. Tom pulls the trigger and gets 3 shrooms. An idea would probably be to hold shrooms though to go into that tunnel. Since they missed the tunnel the last 2 laps, probably due to lag. Oh, but Simon gets a better item. He gets a star. So now it's about where to use the star and take the lead and win the race. Oh, Simon does slip on a banana and wreck on the Koopa Rock. So that will give Tom a pretty good advantage. It looks like Simon will have to use the star sooner than he expected. But you got reds, and that Oh, no. Yeah, it's hard to throw reds and make the tunnel at the same time. It's a big distraction. So, it looks like, unfortunately, Tom will get a 9-point lead here. Yep, and Simon is confirming in chat that the lag has been a factor here on the Koopa Beach cut there. Oh! Tom's out there in the cacti. Simon's got 3 reds. Good item to have in first place. Especially if he is to get a big enough lead to where 1 power item won't be enough. Generally, we have found that the odds are pretty good at someone getting at least 1 power item in the back spot. So far, we're into lap 2, and Tom does not have any answers for Simon. Alright, so it looks like Tom finally got 3 shrooms there to cut some distance off. However, those greens are in play and you must be careful not to hit those greens. He does miss the item set there, so I'm thinking Simon may have enough of a lead here, even with a trigger of a power item to pull this one off. As he's getting into the S turn, even a lightning bolt at this point would be too late. Alright, so kind of avoid the American Cup finish, which to stay in this competition is very critical. So now the lead is down to 6. And we will wait the next cup. Turnpike and Flower. Looks like Simon was able to get a CPU with that green, but Tom is able to take the lead with those shrooms. And being in the lead in Turnpike is a little bit more important because the leader can now take the items out, but it looks like, unfortunately, he let Simon with a red shell, and so Tom will have to drop that. Alright. Simon collecting some good first place items. 5 bananas, always dangerous. Always very underestimated as far as the weapon goes. Tom is catching up a good amount with that gold shroom, but you gotta stay back far enough to get a second place item. Simon is opting to not play defense on the items and just to try to gain a little bit more room, but unfortunately now Tom does have 3 reds. But Simon has a red shell and 5 bananas. Oh, but Simon makes a mistake in the traffic, and that's going to be costly. So now Tom will be in the lead with 6 reds, with 2 reds, and oh, Simon gets a lightning bolt, but he will need to defend against a red and a shroom. So he will need to know when the best time to do this. It looks like he's going to go for it right away. He wants to give himself another item, and it will work. Alright, and Peach has been dispatched. Peach will have that shroom to use to gain a little bit of room and have a lap to get a counter item for Simon's lead. Ooh, I always hated that combination, especially with lag there. Alright, Tom using 3 shrooms to get a little bit more of that distance back. Alright, so Tom has 3 reds, and Simon has a maximum of 2 blocks. So this should be enough for him to catch up. Now what will Simon do? Simon will opt to try to get as much distance as he can in between. Looks like 2 reds are on the way. Bananas took out his red block. So he's going to try to get to the rail, maybe, and to cancel those other shells, and he does. Oh, 2 of the 3 made it, but he has blocks for each of them. I think at this point, Simon might have a good enough lead to be away from any danger. He just got to navigate. Okay, he's got to get a block to block that final red, which did not make it. Tom gets the star, but I believe it's too late. All right, that lead is now down to 3. Oh, and Simon uses a good strategy there to double up on a hit there, and that could be interesting. That may have bought Simon an extra 3 points. And Simon makes sure not to launch the green back there because he feels that's kind of a victory there to get a first crack there for a computer to beat a human. So that gains 6 points for Simon, and now we have a new leader. Now Simon leads by 3. But we do got Choco Mountain coming up, and things could go south the whole other direction. Very quickly. Alright, so Simon has 2 blocks and Pete is without. And another added thing about Choco Mountain is the computer players like to stay close to the second player. Oh, but Tom has a bolt now. And looks like Simon only managed to hit the CPU, but those shells are not going to do any good. They are last-ditch efforts to slow down Tom. Clearly Tom is waiting for the spiral to shock Simon. Simon will have to take countermeasures so this doesn't get worse. Oh, but he peels out, and there goes Simon's lead. So, Simon will not get a chance to counter, and it looks like Simon got another computer player. Now Tom will have to decide when to use this bolt. And he's decided to take it here, and it looks like Simon unfortunately combined with the CPU, and this could be an issue. But luckily, Simon was able to get around the CPU while they were still stunned. It's a pretty big lead for Tom. Oh no! Oh! But Simon does get a bolt, however, oh no! Yep, you gotta be careful when smashing Bowser's Toad. You will commonly spin out in most cases. So, the bolt, if anything, is given at least Simon a little bit more breathing room here, and unless Tom makes a huge mistake, which I do not anticipate that, this will now be a tie ball game. Simon will now place a fake down to hopefully slow down the CPU. Simon will now concentrate on his driving. Oh! He was smart about that fake there and does not hit it, and comfortably gets second place. And we now have a tie ball game. Alright, off to Mario Raceway, and once again, good items can matter in Mario Raceway. You can catch up right away from the deficit. And CPU are serviceable, especially on the last corner if you're not careful. Alright, Simon's got the triple shrimp, so now he definitely has enough to take the lead when he wants. Just a matter of, will he do it right away, or will he wait? Oop, looks like the lag messed up there, and he wasn't able to do a slide right, but he was able to get a shroom off. It looks like Simon will use the shrooms to take the lead. Oh, he was trying to do a second drop to get some items, so instead he will, ooh. But Bowser gets hit by the bananas too, so all is good. Alright, Simon gets banana bunches, so he can put some traps up for the leader for lap 3, because the CPU will not be going through there. Alright. And one of Tom's shells has been taken out by a banana. And Simon will get an opportunity to throw reds over the hill once he gets around this corner. And so he has. However, good use of bananas here by Tom. Could help, but it looks like Simon was able to get a hit in. And he has a shrimp to the end, but Tom gets a lucky star. Bless his lucky stars. Damn. Oh, man. Alright. So now, Tom will now take a 3-point lead into the Star Cup. And keep in mind that we do enforce switch rules in this tournament. So on Wario Stadium, Royal Raceway, and DK Jungle, you cannot use a bolt that will forcibly and uncontrollably send somebody into the drop-offs. So that would be the drop-off near the end of Wario Stadium, that would be the end of the ramp on Royal Raceway, and that would be the ramp towards the beginning of DK Jungle Parkway. However, there are other opportunities you can use the bolt on Royal Raceway and DK Jungle that can send people off the course into the water legally, and Dodger's Castle, any use of the bolt is just fine even on the gap. Something we decided as a group that was still okay to do, although with much debate. Alright, so we have Tom out in the lead, and we have Simon behind about 2 or 3 seconds. Able to get item there first. Alright, decent field here where Simon will catch up most of the gap here with that gold string, but not all of it. There will be plenty of time to get better items. Unfortunately, he will lose the opportunity to get an item on that rotation, but he skillfully avoids that green shell, and now we have about, 4 or 5 second lead. We're definitely within range if Tom does a little worse driving, and Simon was to get a power item. Oh, Simon misses another opportunity to get an item. And that green is loose, and the heads are still in play. Simon will be able to put more greens into the fold. He just got to decide where's a good place to put a trap. Tom has been in as the trap as well. But any trap set this lap, both competitors will have to deal with next lap unless the CPU races. So it'll be a game of hold and mouse here. And we'll probably want to get rid of those shells, I'd imagine, so we can get another item. But he's not yet. Very interesting. Okay, I think you kind of got the message here that he's going to need to get some more items here to catch Tom, and unfortunately he misses an item spot. The lag is making it hard to do the jump kick to get to the items. Oh, that one's not real. Alright, so it looks like Tom is at a point here where Simon's going to have a combination of things to happen. It won't be just enough to get a power item. Simon will have to land on at least one of these reds, and he will have to also get a power item to even have a remote chance of getting first place in this race. And probably even that may not be enough. But we'll see what happens. So Simon will lose at least an item set here. Try to get close enough, and probably will lose 2 items sets. Alright, could lose lots of reds here, but those might have been a tad too late. We'll find out. Oh, they did get to Tom. Tom did have tried to use the mountain to cancel it off a little bit. Oh! And Tom does hit a fake. That will now put him in range of a lucky power item. Simon has an opportunity or 2 to get. The first one's not being successful. That red will only take out the block. But there will be time for maybe a bolt or a star. Nope. Gold will not be enough. So Tom will now take the lead by 6. Alright, so we got some reds, but they are out of range, unfortunately, for Simon. And the third one appears to be as well. He skillfully avoids the fake, unfortunately gets hit by the green, and Tom will now get a bigger lead. And Simon will have to hope for Tom to mess up on the track. But in the meantime, he will use shrooms and make up some of that lost distance. Oh, but there's Simon finally gets a break here. He has a lightning bolt. Now, where will he use it? Tom takes it safe there. Simon does a little bit more, but still fairly safe. So when will Simon get the surprise? Unfortunately now, Tom has a red and can defend against that one. So Simon will need a follow-up, and he is attempting it right now. He's hoping maybe in the cave to get a block, and he does. So Simon will have enough, most likely, to get 3 points back here. We just gotta hope that. And that will not be enough for Tom. And Simon has now brought this thing back down 3. Pressure will be mounting now. As less and less races are available, any lead that a player may have will be more and more critical. Alright, so let's see, we got Simon with some big ant there, so now using the hairpin cut there will be very ill-advised. Tom is in second, and will be trying to get United advantage. He has 3 reds. Simon does have 3 blocks, so if he does it right, and it looks like he has, maybe. Oh, but Tom has more reds. Oh, and all the CPU are close by. So Simon wants to deal with that. However, he may be able to get a better item here quicker by being further down. All right. Simon will have to remember to not take that path there. That path is now unavailable for both players. Oh, and Donkey took the item that Simon was expecting to get. Simon going to just dump the donkey, or does he hope the donkey messes up so he can then shoot the red Tom? Tom does have a block, and he's now setting up a trap for Simon. Simon remembers where that trap is, stays on the outside line. Alright, donkey now got hit. Simon will now try to get a second weapon. And he does, so Tom most likely will get hit here. Get in time. Oh, he does not get a block. And Tom does take the hit. And Simon will go into the lead temporarily. Oh, and a CPU shock. Throws all bets off. So now it'll be a race to the item box. Will Simon drop out to get a better item? He will. And he got reds. So if he can get around Donkey here, Tom could be in trouble. Oh. Alright, you gotta be patient here. And Tom is going to drop out, because he knows that he's had there. However, Donkey is now right next to Simon. Uh-oh. Oh, but the Tom has a lightning bolt. Now, can he defend? Can Simon defend? Oh, Simon's not shooting them. He should have shot those earlier. Oh, boy. Well, it's the same as first and second. Just less points. Okay. 3-6 on that one. Tom will now increase his lead by 6. And those last items by Tom have been proving to be critical. Yeah, Simon is very frustrated in chat, and I do not blame him. You know, you think you have the answer, and then he gets erased with just one item there. Ooh, nice jump of Donkey Kong there. That was serious height. Oh, banana. Oh, Donkey pushes Toad into a swamp. Oh, and Bowser pushes him off the course. And we have Tom with a ghost. So, right now Simon will be looking just to try to get second place most likely. That way, if he had a good special cup, he still have a chance. But it's an upward battle right now. CPU are pretty far ahead. So Simon will have to drive really good here to hopefully catch some CPU. Bowser got hit by some reds, but the other three are rubber banding Tom over here, which will make things very difficult. Oh, and a Thromp hit right here could spell the end for Simon in this tourney. We don't know. He's going to need to get a lightning bolt and use it right away before Tom can trigger the ghost. Yep, and the problem with CPU once again when they're bigger than you. Yeah. Simon is continuing to lose ground, and I'm afraid here his tournament could be lost. But he does have a star here. And a good use of the star, and maybe a bolt next. Ooh, but he misses the item block. Alright, so that does catch him up to Yoshi. Simon is going to need a lot of CPU bad driving here. As now, and it looks like we do have Wario wiping out, so... Alright. Donkey did pull in the lead of, thanks for just a moment here. Will Donkey mess up one last time and get Simon the points he needs? I do not think so. Alright. now a 12-point lead for Tom. And so the most likely thing that Simon will have to do is win every race in Special Cup, and then go to Turnpike Reverse to settle the tiebreaker. Alright, going into lap 2, Simon does a really nice jump there to increase his lead. And one of those reds do make it, but Simon is able to block it, and he will most likely, that one does not make it. Simon will probably opt to set a trap here, maybe take out some of those greens, or not. Looks like he caught the edge of the bridge that could prove costly to his goals. Tom is coming back now. Simon will need to hit. Oop. There we go. There are some bananas there, but they will be a non-factor. Simon does go for a jump with an item gather. So Simon has a pretty decent lead here. Tom is not able to come up with an item to stop him quite yet. But there are 3 item sets left, 2 of them which probably matter. Simon took that a little less aggressive. And Tom does catch up a little bit of room, so Simon will opt to set a couple traps here most likely, or not. Looks like he will just try to time trial his way to the victory here. Hopefully those greens don't get. And alright, so Simon does his job on the first race and gets 3 of those 12 points back. Alright, first goal accomplished for Simon. He needs 3 more. We are off to Yoshi Valley now. Both players get the rocket start. I think Simon will be hanging back to maybe get a better item, so we'll... Alright. Oh, and Tom was able to get his block out just in time. So most likely... Oh, back green lands. Now, another green set, misses. And Tom hits the shortcut. Simon does the shortcut with a gold shroom. Very, very risky. But he accomplishes it. But Tom has to reply with a red shell. But we do got 2 laps to go here. Tom misses the shortcut. This leaves the door wide open for Simon, and he capitalizes. And Tom missed it in the bad way to where he has to now still go around. Simon could probably just take it easy here and maybe not even do the shortcut and still win this race. He has a big lead. Simon still feels confident they can land it, and he lands it. But Simon just needs to make sure to not get smashed by the egg or fall off the track. And he's good to go. And he will now have done 2 of 4 things he needs to do. And now Tom needs to make sure he stays on the track and get that second place. The CPU are relatively close. An egg smash could be detrimental, and he's not going to trap the bridge and risk giving more points. However, he did put the shells out, but he had pretty good control of them. All right, so lead's down to 6 going into Banshee, and really, after being down 12, that's all you can really ask for. Alright, this is where anything can happen, and Simon will probably look to penalize Tom in some way around the S-turn, the ghost house, and around some of the sweeping corner. Simon unfortunately misses the first item there, but he can get a second one and possibly get Tom. Looks like he's only able to get a shroom. The CPU are now in play, and Simon will be farming those CPU, developing them and getting them to have points. And we got one of the stars, and Tom is back there in the pack. But it looks like we got a couple CPU mess ups, and we only have one drafting buddy here. Oh, and Simon takes out the drafting buddy. But most likely Tom would have been able to get them eventually with the reds, but hard to say. Alright, Simon will focus on setting the traps up here, but, alright, that does take out the shells. Oh, and Tom falls off! This changes everything, absolutely everything. This will be critical time Tom will lose, and Tom will have to work really hard to catch back up to the pack. I would say more, and Tom, on a desperate plea with a green shell, hits himself. And this is now turned to be a different story now. Simon will now try to be careful. He'll have that ghost in case a dangerous situation comes up. I'm thinking that without warrant, if he does not see a lightning bolt from Tom. Oh, he's doing it over there. Okay. But probably Simon is confident that he can avoid any trouble in the ghost house and the sweeping corner. And Tom does get a star. But I'm thinking it's way too late. Yoshi's who he needs to catch so he can get 1 point. And he's a long way from that. Alright, Toad does get Shrink, but he will have an easy time to drive. I don't believe there are any traps set. The ghosts are kind of scary though, but that's about it. And Simon does correct his line there, and he does get his full 9 points. However, Tom does recover a point here. So that makes a tie way less likely. Matter of fact, unlikely. So we will now tabulate the points. And Tom did get a valuable point there to get to 103. Simon is now in the lead by 2 with 105. Yep, indeed, the CPU definitely screwed Tom over. But the good news is, if Tom wins Rainbow Road, he wins the round. He wins the GP round. If Simon wins Rainbow Road, he wins the GP round. However, there is a scenario where there could be a tie. Although very unlikely. If Tom was to finish third and Simon was to finish fourth, they would tie and have to do turnpike reverse. That probably won't happen. Either way, here's Tom with the lightning bolt and a gold true. Oh, that green did take out Simon's block. I would imagine Simon's going to let Tom pass and try to get a second place item to counter Tom with. And he does. This could be dangerous. This could send Tom off the track if he's not careful. Oh, and somehow he managed to avoid that. I thought he had enough time to get him there. But Simon will have plenty more opportunities, as he is in second place, to go after Tom. Ooh, Tom's green shell misses. And Simon's green shell stalls out. Alright. Tom has a shroom, but that will not be enough to avoid the red shell. But it will help him recover from it after the stun. Oh, and Simon has a follow-up hit, costing Tom more time, and puts the CPU out there to give Tom maybe some better chances of getting better items. Simon will now need to mount a defense for a possible red shell. Oh! Tom hits a chomp. It was a lot of time, it is now in 6th, but Tom will get some incredibly good weapons here. And obviously, plenty of time to catch CPU. Oh! And I believe Simon hits a bomb. Alright, so... Oh! Simon trips over a banana, giving Tom back more time. Oh! But Tom nearly gets sent off the track, and his round was nearly over. But Tom instead collects a star and will probably catch up most, if not all, the distance here. So he will now get past Donkey Kong for second. He does have triple reds. So Simon needs to concentrate on defense for lap 3. Alright, looks like Tom is opting to launch the reds and use the speed items to get closer to Simon. Simon is holding steady with his defense. Will he trap, or will he save that in case of a triple red shell? Alright, looks like the triple red shells have been launched. Simon is now defending against them. Oh, and Tom hits one of Simon's defensive bananas. Donkey is now needing to get taken out again. We'll see what Tom gets. He gets a single red. Now will he get more reds to follow up that? And force Simon to use his ghost? Or will Simon be able to hold this ghost and hopefully win the round? 1, 1,000, 2, 1,003, 1,004. Alright. We got a 3.5 second lead for Simon, but he did not have a really good, Oh! And the red went over because the blocks are not good enough on that. So that makes up some time for Tom. Alright, we have a 1 3/4 second lead, and Tom does have reds. He will have an opportunity possibly to use these reds here. Will they make it around the bend? One doesn't, and the other one doesn't. Now will this one reach his block? I don't think so. Oh! Nope, that ghost was used too early. It will give Simon some breathing time to think about what to do next. But that may not have been the time to use it. Because now Tom will definitely hold the lightning bolt till the end. And this could be what's needed. Simon did spin out and give back some of his lead. So we'll get an interval here shortly. But I think Tom is within striking range. going for it now, and I think he's going to catch up, and he's got reds too. Yep, this is no good. Simon will have just 2 items to counterattack. He will need something right away. Simon will need to take that turn a little bit harder. I don't think there's enough time here. He's going to launch right now, hoping that they reach Tom. And that one might, maybe 2 might. Oh, the only one does, and that's not enough. Well, I guess as a watcher and a competitor, you can't ask for much more. Tom now wins this by 1 point. Alright, I will hang around just in case Simon decides to join us in chat. But I don't know if he'll be in the mood after putting everything that he's put into this and losing by 1. I really wouldn't blame him, but we will hang around for a little bit to reflect nevertheless. I mean, really, in the end, all you want is opportunities to win something, and Simon definitely had it. You know, critical things are basically Tom getting a lot of good second place items, probably disproportionately, which normally happens. Could happen to a competitor. It seems like dropping out is the strat. Obviously, you know, things like Bowser's Castle and other places were critical, and Banshee Boardwalk is always a game changer. You just never know when you will make a mistake on Banshee and the computer players will make you pay. But the fact that Tom hung on there and got himself a point in Banshee Boardwalk gave him an opportunity to win this cup still. Otherwise it would have been time we could have turnpike reverse situation. But alright, I will hang out for maybe 2 or 3 more minutes. But then after that I think I'll conclude things and get ready for work and all that good stuff, and wish you guys a goodbye until most likely Tom and Gumby face off for the championship. And just a reminder that Tom, if he's to win the championship, will have to win 2 in a row against Gumby, where Gumby can beat Tom again in the rematch and end things right then and there. So until then, we will have a matchup between winner's bracket, 3rd seed Gumby versus 2nd seed Tom for the championship. Alright, we will make a last little check here. And yeah, it looks like there's a comment about spacing out the reds, and I think he might be right. However, in the pressure of the moment, it's really hard to know when you need to shoot those reds. And time is ticking too. I think Tom's right though. I mean, he's been in this experience a lot on the Cloud Caleria server when it comes to spacing out reds and stuff, and so he probably knows. However, he of the moment, Simon may not know that, and of course, pressure does get you. So. What an amazing cut by Simon though. He endured a lot and only lost this by 1. Unfortunately, it counts the same, and it means he doesn't advance. He could lose by 1 or 40. And the same fate follows you, you just don't advance. But what an effort, and Simon would probably be the first to tell you that this was an effort he probably was not expecting. You know, he was not expecting to make it this far in the tournament, you know, with all the talent that's in it, even though he's talented himself. But alright, I think it's time to bid you all farewell and upload the video. You guys have a good one, and I guess to be disappointing, I will stop the stream. I know people love the... I'm trying to remember what the abnormal activity in the dark when I leave the stream on. I'm sure Abby's going to be disappointed not to see that anymore. But sacrifices must be made. Alright, well either way, you guys all have a good one. Thanks for joining and watching this. And we may catch you again for the Gumby Tom final if it's on a time that I am predisposed, like most likely when I have Madeline or I need to work some more hours. We got Call of Duty back and money to be made. And hopefully, Bobby, you can commentate in that case. But until then, I wish you all a farewell. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And, well, we got more visitors, but it's the end of the stream, unfortunately. But, hey, guys, for those that just came in, I don't know who you are, but you missed a good one. I will upload it to YouTube under the NOA Kevo YouTube channel. We had a really close one here. So you will want to check on my channel about 3 hours for standard definition, or 2 days from now for high definition and 4K viewing of this match. Yep, I believe in marathon streams, especially those without anybody in the room and all the lights off. I know. Oh, man. Either way, well done, Tom. You took a situation like Banshee, hung in there, and relied on your strength and experience to get that 1 point, and then hung on there in Rainbow, even though things weren't going your way, and pulled it off there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Can't believe he pulled that off.
Right,
That was
I will be
insane.
ending the recording and the stream. You guys have a great one.